Let's see here. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, good morning. Good morning. All right. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work. But you know, yeah, that happens. I don't know what to tell you. That happens. Um, yep, I don't regret taking that trade at all. Nope, no, no, I don't. I don't. Um, with a good initiation above this high, which we had, right? Our little equal highs, aka weekends stop losses up here. Um, and then the structure flow was somewhere along these lines. Yeah, you lose a little bit of structure underneath this low, blah blah blah, and you're kind of sort of coming down here. But at market open, coming right into the bottom of this range, receiving a impulse above a 5 minute structure point, man, I take that all the time. So is what it is what it is. Didn't work, did not work, don't regret it. I would take that trade again tomorrow. Don't bother me. So sorry if somebody caught an SL. I did. um yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's like the irony is, guys, I swear to God, like if I don't say something, it works. If I do say something, it fucking it doesn't work. I can't win with that shit. Um, but that's enough of it's enough of that. We should probably recalibrate here. Let's see. So what are some obvious things immediately that kind of hop off the chart to me? Yes, we're filling this fair value gap right now. That makes sense. We still have like daily open down in here. Um, Yeah, it's kind of a odd spot right there. So if we look at this from a RIMC standpoint, right, where you have your range, your initiation, your mitigation, looking for continuation, which I think is logical. That should line up with some of the other stuff we'll look at when we step out on the time frames. If we're looking at that, then I like in a perfect world, what I have down in here is something that looks like this. Yeah, something that looks like this, right? And we don't have that. We don't have that. That doesn't exist on the chart. Instead, what we have is we have this fair value gap right here, that's just about finished being filled. We have yesterday's daily open right here. I don't think that's going to prove to be very relevant. And essentially, we just have a trail of liquidity sitting right underneath that. Um, those are all stop losses that could be run. Um, yeah, unfortunately, uh, unfortunately, this looks fairly. That looks like it's in a rough spot. Um, for it to come from here to here to here and come back up, God, that's going to be, it could happen. But for me, it's going to be rough to trade because now to get this leg to flip back to my side, um, it's going to have to overcome this, right? It's going to have to overcome that to get this leg here back on my side for the idea of taking like a RIMC mitigation out of here back up. Um, So, hold on. Let's delete some stuff. Let's not look at that anymore because that's not any fun. Um, something could change that would make that happen. We could form uh, something like a better low down here. If I see something that presents along these lines, yeah, then I'm long back up to here. Um, then I'm long back up to there. Very, very like I don't know how specific I want to get with that, but here, let me just explain it a little bit better. Let me go in on that a little bit more, and then I'll move forward. This low stays intact until it like comes up a little bit, maybe off of this little chunk of demand right here or something. And then it comes back down again, sweeping this low, and then returns around to break that high. Something like that. And yeah, and I'll be looking the long back up to there. Now, that doesn't mean that that's going to happen, right? No, of course not. Of course not, because I'm not a fucking psychic. Um, in the event that I think there's still an opportunity to try and smoke all that stuff out. That's gonna be weird, though. That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Hold, please. Hold, please. And good morning to everybody. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Ocean. Good morning, Abule, and Micro App, and Rokinos, and Simorliti. Uh, okay. Maybe we could look at it a little bit, something more like this. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So we got this 6 hour demand block right down there. Let me delete some stuff. I want to make sure I'm not lying. Yeah, I see. I don't love how that candle interacts with it. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, that is unfortunate. Okay, all right. Considering it aligns with the 12 hour, I guess we can leave it on there. God, I love that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this and this. Whatever that is, and whatever that is. Fuck, get rid of it all. Get it all out of here. Okay. Yeah, I think if we pull back into here, it's going to be worth watching. I don't know if we will though. So we got to kind of do it now. Like, in other words, if we start hoovering up some of this liquidity down here before moving back up here, that's just going to make me not feel as good about it. If we come from here to here, basically just like stopping at the bottom of the fair value gap, come back up to supply, then I think we can look to drive it down. So I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I'm going to look to for something like that as well. Risk reward's not the best. Maybe we get a little refinement in there. Um, don't feel particularly great about this zone. I really don't. Okay. All right. So that was one. Yeah. Stop your shenanigans and go up now. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Up from here. Up from here. That would be nice. That would be nice. Do a little And if we can actually get some sort of structure to agree with that, that would be even better. Yeah, yeah. Gonna look at that. Gonna look at that. Now, let's see here. How do I feel about? Yeah, I don't feel great about that demand. I just don't like. I don't like all this liquidity sitting right in here. No, I'm just not into it. So I don't think something like this would work. I mean, I guess I'm going to put it on here because there's here's why because there's still the opportunity to develop sensible structure um, as we come into an area like that and put in something that would make me want to get involved. Um, yeah, because whether I like this or not is irrelevant. If structure says something like that's going to work, then it doesn't matter whether I like this demand. It doesn't matter because I'm going to follow the structure first. I feel like I did too many undos. What did I do? Yep, yep. Okay. Um, Two probably well below VWAP at this point. Yep, got that. How did this? How did this guy end up? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yes, sir. Okay. Cool. Hey. Good morning, Alex. God bless you too, my man. God bless you too. Okay. Now. No. 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 Tisk. 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 What is this? Hmm. 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 All right, time to probably go back. Oh, I'm gonna set a couple alerts on here, and then I'm gonna go back to and clean up my Bybit chart. That thing's a nightmare right now. Let me set an alert here. We'll just make it easy. Short, question mark. And I'm going to set another alert at like 59K. For a I just want to start looking a little bit earlier than that. Question mark. All right, Bybit chart. Ooh, that thing's probably a wreck. That thing is probably a wreck. Ooh, I was on one. I was on one. Mm, unfortunate. Um, oh God, I promise. I'm trying to keep it shorter today. I'm trying to keep it shorter, but damn, there's a lot of information on this chart. Um, two main things I want to talk about, right? Two main things I want to talk about. Yeah, see, that's going to conflict and mess people's brains up. We're just going to do this. We're just going to talk about this. I talk about this often that when the high is left intact and you just curl down from it uh, in a manner like this, that is not very bearish. This is bearish. That might look like a small difference, but that makes a very large difference from my perspective. So, having said that, we definitely do have some of that in here, right up, and then kind of just down, right? Like this still being intact makes a big difference to me. Now, see, now I'm slightly more interested in, and I apologize. Hold on, let me just, God, hold on. This is just, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I gotta delete some things. Um, it's just too much to look at. Yeah, let's get rid of those guys. Let's get rid of those guys. Let's get rid of that position. That never confirmed. That position worked decently, but whatever. Let's get it off the charts. We'll leave that on. Yeah, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. That back. That's a keeper. Okay, so this I think is gonna. What is going on here? Right? Like now, these ones are a little bit more obvious of like market maker involvement to me. Um, but you know, like I don't know, things that making me go hmm 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 hmm. Now this short trade right here, yeah, it looks kind of cool, right? It's on the chart. Looks like I'm a genius now. This was on the chart before we took this low. It was on the chart before we took that low, saying, "Hey, we could come up here, touch this, and set a lower high for a lower low." My thought process on it, if we took this low and returned and took out this high, which both of those are true now, is that if we got a reaction from that zone, it would be a higher low for a higher high, a higher low for a higher high, because we are breaking structure by achieving it now. If we came from here to there, then that structure flows totally differently. Um, yep, yep, yeah. I just this is See, that's weird because I see that, and obviously I talked a lot about this last week. Going, I just don't see a reason to break this prior to taking this after mitigating this. I don't see a reason to break this after mitigating this prior to taking that, right? That didn't make a lot of sense to me. And then last night when I was looking at the charts, I was like, well, maybe that was the whole point. Maybe that was the whole point. Maybe the whole effing point all along was to get the exact thing that happened to me, was to get people bearish, give people reasons to sell what they are buying, right? Get people to sell what you want to buy. That's how market making works. That's why they call it market making and not market watching. They generate liquidity. And so I see a one, a two bounce off the last point of demand. This looks very much like a Model 2 reaccumulation. And then internally at the point of demand in this sort of larger flow here, um, there was another Model 2 that presented right inside of here. Same, whatever. We're here. Let's just do it. Let's just go in. Let's go in. Let's go look at it. Yeah, you had your one, and then these were also the weekend. That was the weekend low, so that was everybody that went long right before the weekend was over. Smack them out, come up. Last point of demand right here, spring, um, which makes yeah that so. I think all of that was a really long roundabout way of saying that I still think that this produces a higher low for a higher high and that it does not take this low out. I think that is, in a roundabout way, that's all I'm trying to say there. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. Um, let's see here. I like market watching. Also love blueberry watching. How do you tell your wife that what she made you as a snack is gross? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. How would I see? I don't. The tough thing for me is that I'm 43 and I have been by my wife's side since I was like 17 or 18. So it's a little different. I just hit her right between the eyes with it. Not literally. I don't take the snack and hit her between the eyes with it. I don't do that. But I would just say. This is not your best. This is not your best. It's a great effort, but it's not your best. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna try and start wrapping things up here. I'm gonna try and start wrapping things up. I'm gonna take a peek at some of those non-crypto things, just out of curiosity more than anything. Oh, we hit the 100 and beyond, huh? Oh no, no, my bad. We didn't get to the 100 yet. Um, but we going there. We going there. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yes, awesome. Good look. Good look. We like that. We like that. Yep. Yes, we like that. Yes, we like that. That looks healthy. And NQ, where are you? Yeah, yeah, it's what I figured. If the ES looked like that, that's what I would have expected the NQ to look like. Yeah, NVIDIA just, yep. What was that? I need to learn how to. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? I gotta figure out how to get into these markets. Haha, come on, get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. I don't, no, we're not going to talk about that. Was there something else I wanted to look at? Apple. I wanted to look at Apple. I felt like Apple was no shit, huh? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, shit looks pretty good out there. That's what I say. Shit looks pretty good out there. So, uh, yeah, I'm still, what a, what a shit storm there. Yeah, this isn't looking so hot anymore. I mean, what are we going to do? Form another gap or build roll liquidity again into there? I guess anything's possible, right? But um, yeah, don't love that idea. Don't love. I just it's we're so far down from it that mitigation for further continuation starts to not make sense, right? We're already starting to wipe out some of that liquidity down there. Um, yeah, I would have wanted to see it come up from there and back down. Not here. A little too late. A little too late. On the wrong side of the bus today. Okay. Well, that happens. Uh, Good news is I got to find out whether I'm right or wrong in a certain direction here pretty quick, right? Because we're running out of room to set a lower or I'm sorry, a higher low for a higher high. We're running out of room, right? So this is just generally I will be paying attention to this whole zone to see if we can get some manner of stopping volume to come in, right? Stop printing these fucking vertical candles. Um, get some manner of stopping power to roll in here and see if we can get some structure to develop. If we can get some structure to develop, and I see it flip down in here, then like I don't. I guess I make one change. I make one change. This like comes to here. That probably comes to there, and then yeah, I'd probably look to take. Yeah, I would be ultimately I'd be looking for like target three out of that. But I think there's a couple of places where it would make logical to pay yourself along the way, including the high at 61,384. Um, yeah, yeah. There's places that I'll be looking to take some paydays along the way. Um, yeah, and unfortunately, if we do lose this low, then I just don't have an, I don't have any candles in this area that I can work with yet to plan for how I would approach that. Okay, cool. Now let's look back over to chats because I got to get going here. Bart Simpson life, yeah, yeah, no shit, huh? Let's see here. Great effort, 100%. Yeah, yeah, higher high in the SPY. Be seeing that. Be seeing that. Um, Alexandra G asks, "Is it okay to share the stream?" Um, I don't suppose I don't particularly care, but let me just make one thing clear. Um, I do this for the people on Alex's server. That's what I do this for, right? So if you share the stream, I would kindly encourage you to encourage that person. Rather, I would ask that you kindly encourage that person to subscribe to Alex's YouTube channel and join the Discord. I don't particularly care if you share the stream. I mean, it's a public link, right? It's not that big of a deal. But I would ask that. Yeah, all I ask in return is that you sub to Alex's YouTube, yeah, and join the Discord, right? Do those things. Don't sub to my channel, sub to his, but share the stream, do whatever you want with it. Um, okay. Da, da, da. Hey, you have a good day too, Alex. Adios, amigo. Adios. Well, not a lot, not a lot to talk about here. I'm pretty done. I have just a little bit of time. If anybody has a question about a thing, we could do that. We could do that. But outside of that, I am going to look at wrapping this up and moving on with my day. Moving on with my day. What are we doing? Okay, we're on Binance today. That's what we're doing today. We're on Binance. Uh, just um, yep, yep, boy. Uh, Nothing too crazy here yet. No, nope. Oh, I would 100% long this low still though. Would absolutely long that low. Yeah, that seems a logical target. With there's still being demand right underneath it. I would long that. And where is that guy? Is it a 4 hour? What was that thing again? I can't remember. Do I have it on the other chart still? No, no, I don't. Nope, I don't. God, you're just gonna cut through all that, huh? Bitcoin. Cool. Cool, man. Cool. Ugh. Yeah, nothing more to say. Oh, let's see. Overall, do you think BTC will hit 50K again? See if I can get you an answer to that question. 50K, 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 50K. The original flow chart is kind of broken. We don't have it anymore. But I had some barriers to entry for 50K. That was one of them. Then we had a little chunk of demand in this area that's already been mitigated. And then the other item was essentially this guy. I mean, and this may not be the answer that you're looking for, but if we lose this low, we have a really high probability of hitting 50K again, rather 40 like 48K, but possibly 50. I know there's some demand down in this zone, so that could get front ran. I would just prefer it not to be. Um, the question is, do I feel the same way about this low? And no, I'm gonna say I don't. No, I'm gonna say I don't feel the same way about that. It would just be a loss of the more of the actual upward structure, right? That would be the first point. You could lose the upward structure of this entire expansion leg from the low. Um, yeah, so we got a ways to go before I could say that will be the case or not. Wouldn't surprise me though. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. But I think what might surprise me more is if we left all these highs here. Like if we managed to somehow go down to here and leave these intact, it'd be a little sus. I feel like that's less likely. I feel like that's less likely. I feel like to get targets like this, we'd almost see something more along the lines of sweeping out this liquidity, deviating the top of this range into supply, and then coming back down to something like that. How can I draw that better? Like, need to form a nice, significant market structure point prior to doing so, of some nature. That could even be, let's back up because that could even be what we're looking at here, right? And then come back and lose something like that. That would be pretty bearish. That would be pretty bearish to, like, yeah, deviate the top of that range into supply, form a significant low, break that low, come down. Um, yeah, that would. Let's plan a short up there. Why don't we have a short up there? What's wrong with us? Why don't we have a short up there? Somehow I've been listening to a lot of Rage Against the Machine lately. Uh, yep, cool, cool. Um, can't go down forever, guys. Be patient. Can't go down forever. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Do we have a long at the low? We should probably have a whole separate position for that. Is there anything right below that thing? You little skunkers, you. That's unfortunate. I was like looking for support right below the low, but I found the opposite of it. That's unfortunate. No, I want this, and I just want to be anal. I just want those on the bottom. That's unfortunate because you have the opposite of support right below that. Well, probably another vector candle here, I would imagine. Oh, did I not? Thought I had a template with that on there. That's all right. I don't need it. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, cool. Did I miss anything out here? There are bearish divs on the 2, 3, 4 hours. Maybe it could break the low. 2, 3, 4 hours. Well, I'm just going to say we're using different oscillators because I just don't see that. I just don't see that. No, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. No, this doesn't look so bearish to me. Now that's 30 minutes. I know you said 2, 3, and 4 hours, but yeah, I don't see it. Mm-mm. All right. Well, I am going to need to leave here pretty soon, so we'll do a little bit more recapping. Um, just looking for this to start slowing down and start forming some manner of structure. When that structure flips, um, yeah, I'm likely going to be long. I am likely going to be long, all the way down to if it flips, like there's a shallow SFP of the low, like not below, I don't know, like 57.5 to 57.6 or so. Like I don't want to see it get any lower than that. I want a nice shallow SFP of there. Um, yeah, yep, yep. Moral of the story is I'm looking along here, right? Looking along in this zone, looking for it to give me a reason along in this zone. And yeah, these are all targets for that. Probably a little bit of turbulence out of here. We'll see. We'll see how turbulent it gets out of there. Does it get a little bit of turbulent or like a lot of bit of turbulent? I don't know. Um, yeah, yeah. Is it gonna just repeat what we have? It's a zone to watch out for because we do we do certain stuff when we get up into this region. Yeah, yeah. And then when we revisit stuff like this, it go down. And when we revisit stuff like this, it goes down. So yeah, definitely something to watch for there. Definitely something to watch for. Yeah, and almost like the lows of those are all pretty similar, right? The lows of these ranges, these little mini ranges here. I'm comparing this to this to this. So yeah, I would yeah, definitely watch out there. Definitely watch out there. And yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Oh, let's take a look at Soul real quick. Let's take a look at Soul real quick. What happened on that? I know I closed my short on it. And I don't short it anymore. Let's see what we got here. Took the 4 hour. Took the 4 hour. Is that bearish? Yeah, it looks. It's not very bullish. That's for sure. It's not very bullish. Let's get that off the chart. let's move this over here and let's put this on here and let's bring that up to there. And let's take that up to here. Okay, so here's the thing. It's like yes, we SFP'd the 4 hour high, right? Your question though is like, does that mean we're going to break this low? And we don't know the answer to that yet. We still don't know the answer to this. That low may hold. That low might hold. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. Now if you lose this low, well, then you're ultimately coming down here, and you're going to find out what happens in that zone. Um, but we don't know if that's just don't know if that's going to happen yet. No, just it's just too early to say. Too early to say for me. Um, Too early to say. We still got 140, and yeah, there. I'm trying to find it, but it's being really annoying. Well, whatever. We can just pick on it. There is demand here. There is demand in that zone. Um, so yeah, I don't. It's too early to see if that's gonna fail or not. The approach is pretty bearish, but things can change. Things can change. It can slow down. Still slow down, and yeah, nope, just too early. Can't tell. It's too early. Send it lower. Man, if this holds on BTC, so the high that made do its job. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll talk about. Let's go talk about. Um, yeah, weak highs and strong lows. So let's just look at it. Let's just look at it from the perspective of this range right here. Let's just look at it from the perspective of this range. Where's a box? And as far as this range goes, I'm sure we're near an equilibrium on it. Okay, cool. Coming from the low, a break of your external type market structure here um, would, yeah, should give you an expectational order flow of a with this higher high is higher low for higher high. So in a yeah, so yes, this looking at this leg of price here and the idea of a range, both of those, um, I would say that this high is weak. This high does have a job to do, just no different than what we were just looking at on Sol. And this high's job is to take out the low that created it. So if it fails to do so, then it is bad at its job and shall return to the weak high that it came from. Um, yeah, yes, yes, yes. I would say all that is true. I would say all of that is true. Um, yep, yep. I got no problem with that statement. But just remember that this low then will also have a job to do, and its job will be able to take out, or will be to take out that high. And we've already identified. I know I'm flipping back through charts, but we've already identified supply right here. Um, that is probably the only thing stopping it. Where's the other chart? This is This low will ultimately get hired, and it will have a job to do, and its job will be to break that high. That's where you're going to find out probably whether or not it's going to succeed at its job. And obviously, all of that remains true unless we lose this low. Oh, lose that. If you lose that low, that's going to very much change how I feel about things. Oh, I'm testing out this order block indicator for somebody. I still haven't got my head wrapped around it fully yet, so we're going to leave that off for now. Yeah, those things, cool. Um, bum. Let's turn on here. Yeah, the indicator's pretty fire. I just haven't figured out when it does. So you can't quite see it because it's mitigated. Yeah. Yeah, so far I'm liking this indicator. Why am I talking about that? We're not here to talk about indicators. We'll just turn that off. All right. Yeah, that's a wrap. I gotta go, guys. Adios. Yeah, hopefully you know what I'm looking for. Peace. That was cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we going. We going. Hold on. Last statement. Last statement. That's what we want to see here. Yeah. Yeah. I want it to start forming some structure. Good, good. That's a good look already. Now, if we can take that low, we have set our first 5 minute lower high on this whole thing. So we're starting to develop things that can be broken already. We just got to get back down there. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Deuces, guys. I'm out of here.